Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 15 Good Minutes. It's your guy, Coach B, and as always, I'm with the A-Team, JR and Freddie. How you guys doing today, man?
All right.
Good evening, gentlemen. How's everyone doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How's your week going?
Hey, got in probably 20 minutes before taping started. Back out to the house today. Got my internet up and running at the new place, and a step closer to moving in next week.
Making progress. I like it. I like it a lot, man. JR, everything good on your side?
Everything's good, man, here in Maryland and working in DC. Nothing but the traffic.
I don't miss that.
Right. So at the time that this airs, it will be day 2, I think, of the NCAA tournament. I mean, they're doing, as we're taping on Tuesday, the play and stuff is happening right now, actually. And then it really gets underway in earnest Thursday. So I'm going to kind of center today's show around the NCAA with a focus on, coaching. I got some good stuff that I'm hoping you guys can talk to us about and help our audience understand your position on a couple of things. But before we do that, I want to start off kind of quickly with something that we had last week. And I want to start with you, JR. A week ago, we indicated that we didn't know, when Major League Baseball was coming back. So they finished it. They're back a week ago. Like a bad girlfriend, you was going to quit them. You going to quit them now, or you going to call her up and say, no. I want to go out?
Okay, give me a chance. I was going to quit them if it went on for a long period of time. But, I still stand by. I don't know if I'll be paying for a lot of games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I think just like we was talking about before, they've had ample enough time at the end of last season between now to get it right. You understand? So don't think you're hanging the season over my head because you guys can't get it right. And by the way, most of those guys, if not all, they're not going to miss any meals by missing games.
None of them.
We'll miss outfits.
None of them are going to miss any meals. Freddie, you got any thoughts? The strike's over. You good? I mean, I let me preface this for those of you who didn't watch last week. Freddie will tell you that this is not America's pastime. There's no longer America's game. The NFL is that. But that notwithstanding, as a baseball fan, are you back in?
Hey, I need something to watch until the NFL season back up. I mean, the NBA season ends in what, June, May, whatever. You got training camp. I mean, I need something to take me. That's really why I look forward to my birthday, because
you always got WWE.
No. My birthday is July 24th. And so I figured all the NFL training camps start like the 22nd. If I just make it to then, I'm good. You got your football fix going on, but we need something to watch, once, whoever wins the NBA finals to take us through the end of July.
So basically, it's kind of like I thought, folks. This is just it's background noise for Freddie until we get to the NFL. I thought, though, that so far, and there may be a couple more before we actually release on Friday, but so far, based on what I have on the coach's clipboard, there's been a lot of good moves here, JR. Like Nelson Cruz to the Nats while Zimmerman retires, right? Joe Kelly to the White Sox. The Braves pick up a first baseman who got a mega deal today, which all but guarantees that Freddie Freeman's not coming back. Don't know where he's going to go. And for you and me, JR, Gio and Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez.
New York.
Yeah.
So a lot of movement, to be so soon to the point that the strike just ended, right?
Well, I think they were probably, nobody will admit it, they were deals in the making anyway.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, you knew that from what's the guy's name? What was the pitcher that was in LA that went to the Mets and was part of the strike negotiation? Max Scherzer. Yeah, he got his deal done like a day or two before the strike, but you knew conversations were still going on.
Yeah,
just needed to be the trigger needed to be pulled, so to speak, right? Like just sign the deal.
Well, I think right now it's kind of like you're in information overdrive, if you will, right? It's just the strike just ended, so now you have to do something with the moves and trades or whatever the case may be to generate buzz. This is my favorite player. Now he's here, he was there, and it's something just to kind of build it back up a little bit, because a lot of people was not happy with the strike.
Yeah,
well,
I think that that's a good point. And I also think though, Freddie, that a lot of people, especially the baseball community, I think they got short memories, man. I remember the last strike, and I was pretty much where JR was in the sense is like, okay, this is upsetting, and you guys are taking the regular fan for granted, and that was it was a long term.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to happen now, you got guys that, I think, a couple of days ago, Sunday, they actually started showing up at the facilities. Guys are getting loose. I'm Nats have already reached out to me, so I'm looking at the schedule and stuff like that. So I think once play gets underway, most folks are just going to be those that are not using baseball as a launching point to the NFL will appreciate the summer. So he uses his birthday as some kind of trigger to when he can get ready for football. Tomorrow is my birthday, and that's normally right in the middle of baseball, the early stages of training camp and stuff. So I'm excited that they're back. I'm glad they're back. Enough said. I just want to make sure that we cap that because last week JR was quitting him, and I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see that he is back. All right. So what I want to do, I'm going to shift to the NCAA. This is a great time for the NCAA. I'm going to give you guys some facts about some coaches, and then I want to get your thoughts on it. Right. So a lot of movement, right, Freddie? So Will Wade was fired. Frank Martin was fired. Chris Collins and Pat Ewing, who we both thought would be fired, got another year from their respective schools. Tom Crean got fired from Georgia. Bruce Weber from Kansas State. Chris Mack from Louisville some time ago. And a local favorite, Coach Christian here at GW in DC, in just his third season, got bounced a couple days ago. What are you guys' thoughts on how quickly, and more specifically, if we look at LSU, about firing your coach? And a lot of people think Will Wade should have been fired some time ago, but firing him after the conference tourney and before the NCAA tourney when you're going to be in.
Well, I think they're trying to send a message to that coach by doing that, And the other thing is they're firing coaches now for even having mediocre seasons. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to back in the day when a coach could lose for 20 years and he's still coaching.
It's about winning.
Now everybody wants to win. And you got to win yesterday. And which is okay, because you're trying to put people in the stands. You know what I'm saying? If you look at basketball, the fandomship of basketball, I mean, damn, it's like parallel with the NBA. You understand? So you got to put a good product out there.
I think with the guy, Will Wade at LSU, I think his firing was more so. I think they said he had he was involved in 3 or 4 NCAA level 1 infractions. And the level 1 infractions are the toughest ones. So I mean, I don't know specifically what those infractions were, but if it was 3 to 5, it's pretty bad. And then they probably said, look, what's the difference between firing him now and then firing him later? We fire him later, then we have to pay him his bonus for whatever that salary, for making the tournament or whatever.
Or if they get to like an Elite Eight or a Final Four.
Right, exactly.
I think some of those violations are probably products too of trying to win.
It's trying to win, but he cheated in that trying to win.
Yes,
right?
yes, but I know, but that's the same thing with giving kids scholarships and then pulling it from under their feet because you just got this shoe in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's all kind of funky business.
I don't think it's, and I'll get it back to you just a sec, Freddie. I don't think it's unique. One of my favorite guys, Calvin Sampson, he may make another run to the Final Four this year, but remember what happened with him, right? I think he was calling people before the recruiting cycle. It wasn't a big deal, and everybody does it, my opinion. But he got caught, got fired for a while, came to the NBA as an assistant for a number of years before you could even start interviewing again at the collegiate level. So I suspect Will Wade, who was also here for a while at VCU, right, JR? So,
Yeah.
I think he bounces back. I just don't know if does this make him approach what he did differently, or does he just stop doing it?
He has to come if Rick Pitino's still coaching.
And he is. He's got Iona.
Yeah, he'll get another shot.
I'm going to shift a little bit. Another question for you guys. A couple of years ago, right? You didn't have an NCAA tournament because it happened right around the time of COVID. Part of the outcome of that was they changed the rule. They relaxed the rule, if you will, with the way that the coaching staff dresses. So now you have a choice. I want to know what you guys think. Are you in favor of the casual dress, or you like to see him go back to a formal attire, and why?
I love the casual. I really do. I mean, now if you want to wear a 3-piece suit and walk up and down and sweat it out, that's you and your dry cleaning bill. But I like it.
JR, what about you?
Yeah, I think the casuals, it has always been my thing. Coach, you remember Coach Howard, he's like booted and suited. But
that was a staple.
Yeah, I think as long as you're all wearing the same thing, like Villanova was the other night, and that blue stuff,
right.
And that
it was looking tough.
I'm on the fence. I could see it both ways, but I probably lean more towards the formal. And I'm going to use JR's example of Villanova. They look really good on the sideline. Prior to COVID, nobody dressed better than Jay Wright. You talk about suited and booted. You talk about the Italian suit, the shirt, the tie, the socks, the shoes, all of it. So I miss that. And personally, I think
I thought Tony Bennett was pretty.
Tony Bennett's another one. Good call. I think today, though, in this era where you don't have to dress formal, two guys to me are crushing it. One of them just got fired, but I still like him, right? Jerry Stackhouse is killing it at Vanderbilt. If you haven't seen his sideline apparel, check him out. And Buzz Williams was crushing it with Buzz with the 3-piece.
Buzz with the vest.
With the vest. Yeah. Come on, man. Last question I got for you guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gerald.
I think there's a time and a place for everything.
True.
I think one last point to that. I think a lot the casual look. I think it's good because it also helps with the team, whether it's Nike, whether it's Adidas, Under Armour, or whoever sponsors the brand. And I think it's also good for the university as well. For everybody making money. Great point.
Last question I have for you guys on the coaching front for this year's NCAA tournament. Of the teams that are in it right now, who's your favorite coach and why?
I'm going to tell you, I got a twofold. My thing is Coach Wright. That's the first thing. But I like Tommy Lloyd. I think he did a bang-up job this year, even though, he came into a kind of a messed up situation. But the first year, man, you know what I'm saying? He was at Gonzaga for a while, I believe.
He's making Arizona look really good.
Yes.
And so I'm putting you down as a tie, or you giving Jay Wright the edge?
No, I got to give it to Jay. And that's because of personal,
yes, you have a connection. Well-founded.
And I'll be honest with you, because of coaching with you and coaching with Coach Howard, I got a chance to meet many coaches, but I think, Dixon, remember when he was at Pittsburgh, Lowe down at North Carolina State, but Coach Wright, once he sees you and he knows you, I don't know what it is.
Family.
He just knows you, and I appreciate that.
I was gonna say Jay Wright. I was gonna say Bill Self, and I was gonna say Calipari. Calipari, in my opinion, he was one of the first coaches to really embrace the one and done.
All right, so for me, I'm going to say my guy is Shaka Smart. Just a super good dude. To your point, JR, we have a relationship. We've worked together before. I still support him. Didn't want to see him when he left. I didn't think Texas was the right fit. I think he's there, and I'm telling you right now, we'll know by the time this airs. But Thursday is just going to be a mad day for me because Carolina's playing Marquette in the 8-9 game. I gotta pull for Carolina. You know this, but Shaka Smart is my guy. So thanks to everybody for that. As we close out, you guys know we have a question of the week. Last week's question of the week was for Calvin Ridley and whether or not the audience thought the punishment was fair. the general consensus is that yes, 1 year off from betting on your sport is fair. This week's question of the week: have you ever done anything stupid in the car by yourself? Yeah, I see you laughing because I know what yours is. Have you ever done anything stupid in the car by yourself and then try to play it off, right? So I'll give you my story real quickly. Last weekend, I had to drive up to Baltimore. I was going to spend the day with my daughter, Maria. No big deal. So when I'm driving, because it's a long way away, I always take some food. I'm a big oatmeal guy. So you got the little oatmeal cups. I got that, and JR knows that nothing goes better with oatmeal than bacon. I got my bacon. Boom. So I'm in the truck. I got everything there. I got my oatmeal right there. Got 4 nice strips wrapped up inside of a couple of paper towels. I'm driving, and because the temperature has changed, I can hear some kind of gnat thing buzzing around. Without thinking, I think these are just paper towels. I grab it and go swat the gnat, and bacon flies all over the truck. Boom, up against the window, breaking down on the side. Now you got a decision to make. What you gonna do? That's my bacon. I pulled over, got my bacon off the rebound from the window. I'm gonna own it. That's what I did. So, JR, you ready for this next week?
No. No. My answer may incriminate me.
Freddie, you got a thought? You be ready for this next week?
Yeah, I'll be ready for it next week.
All right, fair enough. So once again, guys, we're really glad you guys are here. Thanks for following us. Thanks for being with 15 Good Minutes. We're in our second week. We're really excited to be bringing this to you guys. We know that you could be listening to any other podcast or watching any other podcast on YouTube. So we're very thankful that you guys are here. Please like and subscribe on YouTube at 15 Good Minutes. Follow us on Twitter at 15 Good Minutes. And we're on every podcast platform that's out there. We really are glad that you guys are here. We look forward to talking with you guys next week for another quick 15 Good Minutes. Enjoy this first weekend of the NCAA tournament, and we'll see what kind of upsets maybe we can talk about a week from now. Gentlemen?
Peace.
Night, ladies and gentlemen.
Later.